Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So, the entire market is doing very, very, very well. The heat map shows everything in the green. So today, let's talk about Bitcoin's next stop. Where is Bitcoin heading? And what about Ethereum? Ethereum pumped up above 2,000 the first time since May. Where is it heading to? Well, let's discuss these things and more. Smash it a like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell to get notified of all my streams. Follow me on social media. Check out CryptosRUs.com. And, of course, check out my brand new channels. Good morning, guys. Welcome. Well, I shouldn't say good morning. Good afternoon. Wherever you may be. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Things are looking pretty darn good, so let's get to it. I haven't shown this in quite a long time, but man, just take a look. Everything, well, almost everything, except stablecoins pretty much, everything is in the green. Bitcoin broke a little bit higher, 24.5. Ethereum, it did break 2,000, came back down a little bit, and look at everything else. Cardano, ADA up about 5%. Solana having a good day, up 7%. I don't know if you guys paid attention to Polygon, Matic, which pumped above $1. We are definitely in recovery mode right now in a very significant way. But here's the good news. We're nowhere close to the top yet. So if you've been sitting on the sidelines, if you've been in disbelief, you still think it's a bull trap, well, you still have time to buy in. You still have time to change your mind before things head higher. But we're definitely looking good. Right now, Bitcoin, like I said, is 24.5, right? Still above this recent resistance, which has now turned support. But everyone's wondering, where is Bitcoin heading to next? I mean, I kind of shared it already, but I'm going to share it again because I'm noticing a lot more analysts trying to say pretty much the same thing. But let's take a look. If you look at Bitcoin pretty much just forming higher lows, higher highs, right? You'll see there's a gigantic gap right here, right? From 28.6 down, that was when Tesla sold secretly. We didn't know until months afterwards, right? That was when Celsius with stopped withdrawals, and Three Arrows Capital went under. I mean, there was a lot of stuff going on that really caused this to happen, right? That caused Bitcoin to go down as low as 17,000, but we're past all that. We're in recovery, so you could see we can fill that gap quite nicely and quite quickly too. So that is what I'm looking forward to, for Bitcoin to break into that 28.6 and 30,000 mark and hover around there. We just need a little more push, a little bit more, or I should say a lot more short squeezes. We need some short squeezes to kind of drive us back there, right? And then things will get a lot more exciting. So I did mention about a lot of analysts they're looking at. I saw many of these on Twitter. Here's one about breaking through this bullish, wedge, right? And how we just broke through that. Another one showing the same thing, this bullish ascending triangle. Everyone is looking at the same thing. And then I mentioned about heading up to about 29,000. Well, my camera's cutting this off a little bit. But you could see, right? Other people are seeing the same thing, that we fell down quite dramatically from that 29,000 mark. But here's the thing. There's not a lot of buy or sell volume between this gap, which means, again, we can fill this gap really, really quickly as long as just get a little bit more momentum, a little bit more. Oops, that's not the right camera. This one. Get a little bit more momentum, and then we will be on our way. Man, it's about to get exciting. It's about to get real, real exciting. And here's another one. This is just utilizing the Elliot Waves. Well, what happens? Let's say we break through that 29,000, 30,000. What happens next? Well, if we're following the Elliot Wave, Well, it looks like, yeah, we're going to see a lot more. We're going to retest some of those levels, right? If you see the giant down from A going up to B, giant down to C, right? And then we're going to get some new highs, new lows. We're going to keep heading up. And by the time we get to the fifth wave, it's right around 40,000. I do think after 30,000, we're probably going to slow down. Like right around 29, 30,000, we may head there for a little bit and stay there for a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. Despite all the headwinds and macro stuff that's still going on, right? The fact that we are in recovery mode, we're back to 24, and if we get back to 30,000, that is a win in my book because, man, there's still a lot of stuff going on, right? It's not like all the stuff we've been talking about with inflation and with recession and the war and supply chain issues. It's not like all that went away. We're still recovering from those things, but, you know, things will get better, and we're certainly seeing the beginnings of that. All right, so good stuff for Bitcoin all around, right? But it's not just Bitcoin. You guys may have noticed that others have really started moving, specifically some of these big caps like Ethereum. Today, Cardano finally getting a little love. Solana starting to move in a big way. Polygon almost 10%, right? So the entire market is recovering. Bitcoin dominance is below 40%. Now it's at 39.9. So there are a lot of people definitely buying at this time. So what else is there? Well, let's talk about Ethereum. I found some more information that makes me a little bit more bullish on Ethereum. So obviously, Ethereum, if you guys have been paying attention, I think a lot of you guys have been paying attention. Ethereum hit 2,000, crossed 2,000 several times between last night and this morning, came back down a little bit. I have no doubt it's going to break 2,000 once again. But what's driving this rally, right? What makes people so bullish on Ethereum right now? Because Ethereum is definitely recovering faster than Bitcoin. Although I looked at peak, we're still not even halfway from its peak of 5,000, right? So we have to hit 2,500 before that happens. So again, that's why I said at the beginning, it's still very early, even though we're recovering, still plenty of time to be buying and getting your cost average down through DCA, right? But what is driving Ethereum up? Well, the new merge, okay, of course, that everyone knows about, but there are some interesting things. For example, whales are just buying Ethereum like by the truckload. So according to this firm, 1.2 billion flew out of Ethereum last week from the exchanges. So people are buying Ethereum like mad right now, which makes sense because it's been going up, right? But this merge, I mentioned many things about it. The biggest thing, I think, short term, why people care about the merge is because the ETH issuance drops about 90%. The fees do not drop. The fees will stay the same, which means the burning, the current burn of whatever number that is, will stay the same. But the number of ETH being released will drop 90%, which means Ethereum essentially becomes deflationary. And as things get hotter, it'll get more and more deflationary. Okay, but that's not the only thing. Many people have mentioned this to me before about how, well, after the merge, what if everyone that's staked in Ether, right? What if they all get unlocked and sell out? I didn't know this, so I saw this. So there's another update after the merge that's called a Shanghai update or Shanghai, update. So even if you have your ETH deposited, you can't unlock it and withdraw it and sell it after the merge. You have to wait for the next update, which is supposed to come 6 to 12 months afterwards. So I didn't know that. But this fear about, after the merge, which is coming next month, you're going to get a flood of ETH, being unlocked and sold to the market. That's actually not going to happen. You actually can't sell until the next upgrade. And here's the other kicker too. Validators that will be earning ETH with a new chain won't be able to sell either until the Shanghai upgrade too. So even the validators, the new validators, which requires you to have 32 ETH staked, even the new validators with their new rewards, they can't sell that for 6 to 12 months too. That really makes Ethereum very, very, very deflationary if you think about it. It takes a whole lot of sell pressure off so that stakers can't sell, the validators can't sell, and now you have ETH issuance dropping about 90%, and burning is only going to increase as the market gets hotter. I mean, these are the reasons why Ethereum is flying, and it could be back to 5,000 in no time if the market continues its recovery. So pretty big stuff. I didn't even know about these last 2 points, so just found out about it. Could be why Ethereum is so hot right now. All right. Now, besides Ethereum, you guys have noticed Matic is flying up to the moon above $1, right? I've told you guys, I'm a big fan of Matic, even though it's a layer 2 for Ethereum, but it's doing many, many, many good things, and that's why it's going higher. And Solana is also coming up. I know Solana suffered a lot of FUD recently, right? But I do think they're still one of the big boys that will continue upwards, and there are still a lot of backers of Solana. But in case you're wondering about Polygon, you know, Polygon has been forming so many new partnerships, like the one with Coca-Cola recently, but also with Reddit, and they have ties with Disney, with Facebook, Meta, right? I mean, they have some of the biggest brands out there that are involved with Polygon, and the number of users, the number of dApps keep on growing, which is why I think Polygon at this current rate, they could be top 10. I mean, it's not like they're far off. They're 13, but once upon a time, Polygon fell down to the 20th, right? 20 something. They have been climbing the ranks really, really high. So can they flip above and get into the top 10 soon? Quite possibly. All right. That's pretty much it. You know, today there's not many major news or anything like that, but it's just a really good day all around. This is one of those days where everyone feels a little bit better about themselves and feels a little better about DCAing and you know, moving forward, right? Better days will come. This is only a tip of the iceberg. Some of you guys lived through 2021. You saw the kind of pumps that can happen in the market. Same thing with 2017 and prior markets, right? When you recover from a bottom, sometimes it takes months. It takes months upon months when you're recovering from bottom, and you don't know that was the bottom until enough time has passed, and until the market has gone up enough, then you're like, okay, that was bottom, right? So that is why I think there's still a lot of people sitting on the sidelines, unsure if 17K is a bottom. They're still sitting, still waiting, but while the rest of us that's been holding, DCAing, right, buying a dip, we're taking advantage. Hopefully, the others that are sitting on the sideline will join us and take advantage as well. Because when we do run up, it will be a tremendous run up, just like all previous times before. All right, guys, let's do some Q&A, and I'm going to introduce a brand new camera angle and one of my old posters that you guys love. Let's see. Let's see if it works. Boom. There you go. It's a little zoomed in, but this way I can look at my monitor and respond to chat while looking directly into the camera. There we go. I gotta put some more signs up. See, now I can flip between the two. All right. Let's do Q&A. Let me see if I missed anything here. Scrolling upwards. Let's see. Someone said, you are from the future, right? I don't know who said that. I've never claimed that before, so I don't quite know where that came from. Fifth wave is 12K, buddy. Well, Jake, if you think that way, then maybe you should just sit on the sidelines while the rest of us enjoy our gains. 2K doesn't excite me. 5K or bust. Joe Lamas, well, you know, baby steps. Baby steps before running. Okay, Bryson wants to be funny, so he is out of the channel. The bottom is in 2 years' time. Okay. Hopefully you had a good summer. This year, I traveled more this year than I have ever in my whole life. So this year so far has been pretty good. I mean, in terms of just getting out, spending some time with the family, just visiting places. So it's been pretty good for me. I don't know about the rest of this year, but we'll see. Maybe we never see cheap XRP again. Oh, well, I don't know about that. I mean, XRP, considering it's still like 80 or 90% off from its highs, I think it's still pretty cheap, all things considering. What will be the impact of BlackRock on supply? Well, you got to figure if they're getting in and they're getting all their buddies in, that's going to have a major impact on supply, right? And who knows how much Bitcoin they already bought and hold right now. Who knows? So, yeah, it's going to be a major impact. Bears are in disbelief. Yup. How high will Matic go? Well, I forgot where Matic was. Their all-time high. I think it was like, I don't know if it got up as high as $3, but it's certainly recovering pretty quickly. Up 136% in the last 60 days alone, right? It's moved way more than some of its peers. I mean, Avalanche didn't do bad at 80%, 79% for last 60 days, but you could see like XRP only 20%, Solana only up 53%, Cardano only up 13%. Even Ethereum, as hot as it is, only 62%. So, yeah, Polygon is definitely making moves right now. Uniswap, too. Take a look at Uniswap and Ethereum Classic. I mean, I understand why Ethereum Classic is going up. I just don't like their future, but I can certainly understand why people are buying ETH Classic because they want to stay with proof of work, right? So they think a lot of miners will switch to Ethereum Classic. I think I prefer that over the new chains that are supposed to be like, I don't know, forked out. But, I mean, yeah. I feel a little like you felt about missing out ADA, about Matic. I feel like I missed it. Well, there's always a chance. I mean, just like I said at the beginning, and I've been saying this for a while, even though we are in recovery and we're feeling good about it, our portfolio's higher, you got to realize that we're still way off from our highs. We're nowhere close to our highs. Nowhere close. So there's still plenty of time to DCA and buy in if you've been sitting on the sidelines, if you missed out, certain projects you're just not sure about, right? There's still plenty of time. It's not like we're back to 69,000, right? We're nowhere close to that. And some of these alts like Ethereum still not back to 5,000. Cardano's not back to $3. Solana not back to like 300. So yeah, there's still time. What's your opinion on crypto security coins like Happy? No, because I don't know. These projects that claim that, you know, they're more secure or they help other projects you know, do audits and stuff like that, I don't trust them quite all that much because they're still new, unproven, and a lot of projects that gets audited, they still suffer a hack afterwards. So, I don't put too much faith into them. Calling us about ITrustCapital, secure for IRA. Yes, they're the biggest crypto IRA provider. You can transfer in. They've been operating for many, many, many years. They don't have any exposure to leverage or staking or any of the nonsense with Real Capital or Celsius or Voyager. So yeah, they're still pretty good and pretty secure. Do you think we're going to see 69K again this year? No, I don't think so. I think we'll if we could end the year at 40,000, then that would be a positive in my book. I think getting back to 30,000, takes some time, but we'll get there. But to go from 30 to 40K could take a little time, but who knows? I wish. I could be wrong. I wish if we go above, then okay, I'm wrong. If we could break above 40,000, head above even higher, great. But I do think there's still a lot of things we need to worry about. Macro conditions that have not improved all that much. So we'll see. I think 40K is good for the end of the year. Do you think ETH can flip BTC in market cap? Someday. Someday, I think it is possible. It's more than half of BTC already. So can it happen? Yes, it may take some time. But the asterisk there is Ethereum can't screw up. If they screw up and they can't scale and others start eating away at their market share, right, then they will never see that happen. But if they continue to execute and all the innovations and dApps still stay aboard Ethereum, well, then they have a really good shot to do so one day. Judo says, BTC performance not bad considering we had the highest inflation in history. Well, yeah, that's exactly right. I've been saying that. I mean, despite everything that we have gone through, including all the things that have happened in crypto, right? I mean, just from a macro perspective, I talk about enough, it's bad enough. But considering that we had Terra collapse, a top 10 project collapse to zero, we had ITrustCapital, one of the most prominent VCs in the space, collapse. We had one of the most prominent lending companies, Celsius, collapse. We had another one, Voyager, which is a exchange brokerage, collapse, and many others that collapse. And despite all of those things, Bitcoin is still hovering at 24, 25, and Ethereum is back to 2,000. I mean, just, this answers the question, like whether or not Bitcoin can withstand a recession, right? It can. It's doing so now. And this is one of the worst, weirdest periods that we have ever seen. Someone's saying BlackRock is wallet number 3. It could be. It could be. Luna ruined a lot of momentum. Yeah. Luna is what set things off. The reason why ITrustCapital went down is because of their exposure to Luna. Luna really kicked things off. It was the driving force. Now, who kicked off Luna's demise, right? Who sold off all the UST? Well, that we don't know. Is there some rumors that internally someone did it from the inside? Some people are speculating it was BlackRock. Some people are speculating it could be someone else. Who knows? Look at BlackRock. Now that they entered this space, maybe they caused it. Who knows? There was rumors that BlackRock caused it, to kind of flush out the system. I wouldn't put it past them. What do you think about the vulnerability found on Lightning Network? I actually didn't hear about it. I'll have to take a look. Someone asked you where you can get XRP. Yes, you can get on Uphold. You can buy KuCoin. Of course, you can get on Binance, right? Who is a partner of this channel, but not on Binance.us because the SEC is still suing XRP. But you could certainly find it on Binance. Quentin says, F Luna, I'm homeless because of that. Well, if you were homeless, you probably wouldn't be on the internet joining me and others here. But I get what you're saying. Do you think Robinhood is at risk of going out of business? There's always a chance, but they said they have a $5 billion or $8 billion war chest. So it seems like they're probably not, although FTX really wants to buy them out. And Vlad came out and said, no, we're not selling to FTX. So I don't think so. It's unlikely, but who knows? Who knows? ETH MACD has flipped green. I'm shorting ETH. Joel, it's one thing to just sell off, and you're like, okay, it's P to sell off. And another to short. And I think you're going to learn that the hard way. Scooby-Doo, thanks for all you do. I'm 76% BTC, 8% ADA, 8% Matic, 8% Sol. Conservative boring, I know. Yeah, I would say, you know, if you got that percentage down for BTC down a little bit more into alt, your portfolio would be a little bit more exciting, but then again, there's more risk. So you do you, whatever works, and I'm sure whatever you have is working as well. Sats Anonymous said, some are traders, some are investors. That's 100% right. I like to be an investor. I've tried trading, didn't work out, and I think it doesn't work out for most people. Being an investor is definitely the way to win in crypto. You like Cody? I think so. They're very tied to Cardano. So as long as Cardano does well, they're going to do well. But Cardano has not been moving that much recently. Cardano tends to do that, where it just doesn't move for a long time, and then it just starts really like going out, starts going up exponentially. So Cody's really tied to them. ADA Pay is created by them. The new stablecoin DJET is created by them. So we'll see. But overall, they're in the payment system, even outside of Cardano. $5 tuition. Thanks for the latest live vids. I don't quite get that, but I appreciate it. Oh, okay. Best bell in the industry? Yeah, but today there's no market bell because there's no U.S. markets. How can supply issues be fixed and when? What's the problem with freight? There's not enough people. There's not enough people going back to work. That's the reason why we have supply chain issues. Cardano is a good crypto, no lie. I feel like we have 2 more halvings before they become less important. I think that's true. I mean, 900 Bitcoins get produced per day. So after the next one, which is coming in 2024, it'll be 450. After that, it drops to 225. And then, yeah, it's going to be so... The scarcity aspect of Bitcoin is going to go up so much so. So I think you may be right. After the next 2 halvings, Bitcoin will probably be 500,000 plus. And at that point, it's not going to move that much, even with the halving events, right? But who knows? With global adoption still occurring, with BlackRock getting involved. Keep in mind, BlackRock, they own $10 trillion worth of assets. 10 trillion, not 10 billion, 10 trillion, right? Imagine if they themselves just put 1 trillion into Bitcoin. With 1 trillion, they could pretty much buy out the entire crypto space, right? We're only at 1.17 trillion. Technically speaking, if they had the ability to, they could buy out everything right now easily. But of course, that's not how things work. If they really try to put 1 trillion, everything will skyrocket by 10x. But I mean, just think about that. eventually they might hold 1, 2, 3, 4 trillion of Bitcoin. And that's when Bitcoin is, $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 each then. Do we know how many ETH addresses are going to be locked out of exchanges because of tornadoes blacklisting? Not that I know of. I haven't heard of. Hopefully it's not like a lot, but we'll see. Because now people are playing pranks and testing the Justice Department. Like people have sent tornado funds into like celebrities, which they did not ask for, like Jimmy Fallon, Shaq, and others. Right, so what is the U.S. Justice Department going to do? Ban these celebrities' ETH addresses, right? So that's the thing. I don't think the Justice Department really thought the whole thing through, and there's probably more things that's coming, but it's a start for them. Does Polygon get affected by ETH Merge? No, Noah, not for a while. Not until they can figure out scaling. When will SEC allow for a spot ETF? Maybe now that BlackRock is involved, soon. Maybe before the end of the year, we'll go get a Bitcoin spot ETF. Grayscale is still suing the SEC, so who knows? Maybe we get one sooner than expected. I need Doge Elon to get to She market cap so I can buy used Tesla. Well, that's a good goal. Not sure about hoping Doge Elon doing that. Maybe you should, look at something that has more promise rather than a lottery ticket. Buy a new one is cheaper. Yeah. I did notice that you could get a Model Y pretty quickly now, but the price has gone up so much. I mean, a Model Y used to be in the 50s, low 50s. Like it was actually somewhat affordable. Now, it's in the mid 60s. You add in FSD, you're talking about a high 70s, low 80s car now. It has gone up. I pick on my friend sometimes because I sold him my Model Y. He bought my Model Y, the long range with FSD I sold it to him for $58,000. Today, that car is like $80,000, right? Like he got it for a $30,000 discount, and that was only like a year ago or a year and a half ago. It's crazy. It's crazy. I cleaned out my EGR valve. I used to do that with my Mustang all the time. That really pissed me off until I just removed it altogether. I just put a plate and blocked it off. I've been waiting for Y for a year. Third row, black. Oh, maybe because of third row. But I mean, I just went on their site this morning, and you could get one within this like a month. It's pretty quick. Did Flux pump because of the whole POW thing? It could be. It could be because also Cadena had some moves recently. Cadex came out, and could be because of that. Cadena and Cadex and Flux, they're very tight. Very, very tight, all three of them. Positive equity on a car is crazy. Yes. How is crypto different from PayPal? That's too long of a answer for me to say, but let's just put it this way. PayPal can suspend your account. They could ban you from their platform forever, right? No one could ban you from Bitcoin forever. You could download a wallet. You can receive Bitcoin. You can send Bitcoin. No one can stop you, right? That's the biggest difference right there. One is controlled by someone who has to verify you, has to approve you, can take it away from you anytime they wanted to. In another, they can't. That's the simplest thing. But there's, of course, many other things to it. Your thoughts on Do Kwon's future? I have no idea. He's probably going to go in jail. If not, he's going to be sued in courts literally forever. And, I mean, we like to poke fun of him because of it, but you got to think, he does have a family. His wife and kids, man, I can't imagine how they feel like right now, right? I think they're still in South Korea. And, you know, their life is completely ruined. But Do Kwon, last time I heard he was still in Singapore. Singapore, I guess you can't extradite people from Singapore. But South Korean authorities are looking at him, and they want to talk to him, and I don't know what's going to happen there. Eek Lip said, yeah, PayPal banned me for no apparent reason. I mean, it happens. It happens all the time. PayPal used to be the worst company in the world. I'm telling you. They used to act like the mafia. Like, you buy too many things, they want you to prove why you're buying it. If you sell too many things, they want you to prove that you know, that you actually bought it. Like, it has happened to me. They run credit checks if you sell too much. They also ask for receipts. They're like, okay, show me all your receipts, right? Like, they'll just do things, and they'll lock you out and suspend your money. And you can't get access to it for like 6 months sometimes. So PayPal was utterly evil before. They did not operate like a bank at all. I think recently they have improved a little bit since they have basically distanced themselves away from eBay. But when they were part of eBay, they were acting like total cocks. Best way to put it. All right, guys, I'll let you go. Let me change my screen. Overall, Bitcoin and crypto is heading upwards. So follow, oh, wrong side. Follow what that sign says. Just hodl it. Have patience. Focus on the future. Great things are coming. So enjoy it. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow. I think I might be streaming a little bit later tomorrow, 12:30 instead of 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you tune in. Smash up the like. And I'll see you guys later. All right? Enjoy your Saturday. Take care. Bye-bye.